And welcome back to Ozarks Live. There's a lot going on over at the History Museum on the Square, so I packed up and headed over there the other day to see what's on the docket. And I got to talk with Katie. Take a look. Once again, I'm at one of the more fun places to go in the Ozarks. That's the History Museum on the Square. And I have Katie Scorrell, and she is the guest experience manager here.
That's
Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Phew. Okay. Now, you have a new exhibit that's coming to the museum. Why don't you tell folks about it, because it is really pertinent, you know, to this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a brand new exhibit that is coming to us from the Smithsonian Institution. It's called Votes for Women, A Portrait of Persistence. So you get to see in this exhibit a nice big picture, really detailed national look at what the women's movement was about as we're getting to suffrage. And this comes at a great time because we just celebrated the 100-year anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote.
Okay, now, I notice you have, you have the poster here,
Yes.
You have different things as far as hanging exhibits. Tell me a little bit about kind of what we're seeing right behind us, because this is the kind of dress that the suffragettes wore?
That's it. So the suffragists would wear these white dresses, they would have their sashes and their pendants like this, and all of these dresses came out of our collections. So they are period appropriate.
These are authentic.
These are the real things.
And
yeah.
of course the white, which we have seen, in the past few years with many women wearing white in the House and the Senate, just to represent and show a solidarity and support.
Absolutely.
What was it like around here? Because you tend to see, a lot of the old pictures, it was New York and Chicago and San Francisco. What was it like around here as far as this movement?
Yeah, so there was a movement here in Southwest Missouri. There were people like Rose O'Neal who would be in New York and here, but there were women that were local and were working for the right to vote. A whole number of them participated in leading the community toward that end.
And remind folks who Rose O'Neal is, just in case they don't remember.
So Rose O'Neal is from Southwest Missouri. They moved around a little bit, and she is a famous artist with the Cupid dolls.
Right.
Yep.
And so much more than the Cupid dolls.
And so much more. That's right. Yes. Bonnie Brook Historical Society, not too far from here. They share her legacy.
Now, as far as the exhibit is concerned, how long is this going to be at the museum?
So this exhibit will be up until September 27th. So you've got a little over a month to come down and check out the exhibit. It's a complex issue, and there's lots of information here, so we really do hope that folks will come out.
And I know we were talking a little bit earlier. Okay, you ratified the 19th. That doesn't mean the struggle is over. No. The suffragettes are really still all around you, yes?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this was a movement that started almost 100 years before the 19th Amendment was ratified. So this is a long-standing movement of women really working toward their goals here.
Would you say that this is a good way to really learn about this movement? Because I have a feeling that most people, they just, I've heard of the suffragettes and I know but here you can get a little deeper and understand a little more. Absolutely,
absolutely. I mean, we all learned about the 19th Amendment in school, but this is a great way to brush up on it, to look at some different aspects of the national movement, and remind yourself of some of the names of Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Katie Stanton. But you get so much more in this exhibit. They delve into racial issues, all sorts of different topics, and then you get that local aspect, which is what we're all about.
There you are, and that's the perfect reason to come to the History Museum on the Square. You get a little more in-depth, you get up close and personal, and it is a lot of fun. Come and visit.